G'day YouTube, welcome to Greer's Great Aussie Adventures. I'm Ray, the blind traveller.
I'm Emily, the wife of the blind traveller.
I'm Isabel, the daughter of the blind traveller.
We've been travelling Australia since 2018 now. We've recently decided to share our travels with you guys. So sit back, relax, grab a pen and paper and plan that next holiday. Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So as I said in the end of the last one, we're going to be heading up the Palmerston Range through Milla into Ravenshoe. But we've just stopped in at the, is it Mamu? The Memo Skywalk. Me and Em done this years ago, but it was, Isabel wasn't with us back then. So we thought we might as well pull in and give her a look at it, but as you can see, the weather's really turned itself on for us. So,
Which is so annoying.
because the skywalk's so high, I think it's going to be sort of ruined by the weather.
Unless it miraculously clears up.
Yeah, well, have to wait and see, I guess. But in true fashion, we're here like an hour and a half too early. So we're just going to go for a walk as we normally do and have a look around. But if you haven't done the Palmerston Range before, or the Palmerston Highway, the scenery along the whole way, it's worth it just for the drive. It's, yeah, a beautiful drive. But we'll go up and see what we can see until they open, I guess. So when you walk up from the car park, there's an awesome old bloke right at the bottom, John, that greets you. Gives you a good run through of the park and a lot of comical value.
He's great value. Like,
He took Isabel, because we've been here before, so he took Isabel aside and worked with her, showed her the map and what's everywhere.
very good.
Very good. Awesome customer service. But now we head up to see his wife. And what did he say the tower is? 37.
37 metres.
So 37 metres tall the skywalk is.
Approximately 100 steps.
But we'll give you a look when we get to them all. That's awesome. There's actually an app you can get on your phone. There's all different segments around the whole thing that you push a button and it gives you all the info through the app. It's all voice guided tour. Alright, so we're off now. What did you say it is? 2.2k return trip. That's all the way out to the Skywalk and back. We got our fingers crossed. Apparently the last couple of days people have seen cassowary, so keep our eyes open for that one. But it's so nice in here. So cool too.
We will just quickly note too that along the way when you get up there they'll help you download the app on your phone.
Yeah, to get all
so
that
we have
done.
the first stop coming up here, but you can play the audio and everything that tells you a little bit of
Or
information
show on this one.
as you go. So bear with me just 1 second.
Em's just got to work out how to do it.
Self-guided audio tour. Scroll down. Audio stop number 2. Exhibit A.
You are now walking through the heart of the wet tropics in the Palmerston section of the Wooranura National Park. This rainforest is World Heritage
So
listed.
you can actually keep walking
Yeah, and it'll
while
play
you're
that one.
listening.
So it's fully automated, self-guided. So we'll go see what we can find. If we see anything, definitely show you. So we'll just touch on cost. Do you remember how much it costed? It was $28 for adults.
$28 for a full price adult, $24 for concession, and $17 for children, 5 to 15.
And they do accept companion card as a pass. So there you go. We just like to tell people what stuff costs. So the first feature on the walk is what, 500 metres in?
Yes.
And that's the cantilever. Sort of goes out and hangs out for a nice view, but I'll give you a look when we get there. We're pretty well there. do think I need to get a wrist lanyard for the camera though, because I keep holding out off stuff. I'm going to drop it one day, I know it. So basically under me now is the last lot of poles, and then where I'm walking out here is a cantilever. It's free hanging because it's so far down to the ground. Beautiful view, right? Alright, so we're just coming onto the elevated broadwalk now.
It goes for
350 metres, it's a decent length walk, and it goes out further and further. So obviously because it's a gorge, the further out it goes, the further up you go. So we're not real high at present, but it gets more. Oh, a little bit bouncy.
Joe,
What?
you're scaring me and Mum just stopped all the way back there.
She got no faith, guys, because she thinks I'm going to scare her. I'll just get far enough ahead that she doesn't get scared. But the views are getting nicer, here we go. Not bouncing for you? She's peeking out. Alright guys, so she made it to the end.
the whole way.
This whole way, further than she did last time. I think last time she got out on the third exit. So, she's, oh, it wasn't long ago she would have felt like throwing up. You're sweaty?
No, it's surprising, but it is really nice and cool. But I just felt like I couldn't breathe.
Just right near the end of the walk, we're like, what, 20 metres you said from the tower?
Yes.
There's a little hut in here. It's a traditional replica of a hut from the Mamu people.
I might say this wrong, a midja.
Midja?
Midja. So it has been constructed very recently, apparently, by the traditional Mamu owners.
And it's sacred land, did it say?
Cultural significance.
Cultural significance where it is. Not much of a hut, is it? So we've reached the end, the tower. Now, like I said, the tower is 37 metres off the ground. So you walk out this broad walk, and then we start going up.
I already did mine.
So up there is the viewing platform. The beauty is, like I said, it's 37 metres, but we're already on a broad walk to the bottom of it, which is, we're probably 10-15 metres. So you've only got like 15 metres of steps to the top of the tower. Let's have a look at the view from here. You can still hear that river. But now it's time to go up there. And the beauty is all the steps are see-through.
That's not the beauty.
So, you know, nothing obstructing your view the whole time. But we'll see how M goes. But we'll pan around now
We're here.
and give you a look at the view. That's unreal. Alright, we'll take some photos, we'll make our way down and make our way back to the car and head up to Palmerston. So next time we talk, hopefully we'll be probably Millamilla or somewhere there. Alright, so we went to the Archer Creek free camp, which is a mill stream sort of thing. but it was chockers because we got there a bit late. So we've come back into Ravenshoe at the old train station. It's like $15 a night, unpowered. So can't complain. We've got the old steam train there, a couple of carriages to look at. But I'm just knocking up some lunch.
Yeah, we're making chicken and salad wraps for
Chicken
lunch.
salad wraps. So we're gonna have some wraps. And then we're gonna head down to Little Millstream Falls and the Big Millstream Falls, do that this afternoon. And we'll be back on the road tomorrow. Tomorrow, the next day? Tomorrow?
Well,
Probably tomorrow.
because
We'll
we're in
see.
a caravan park. I think tomorrow we'll find somewhere. There's free camping out the back of the Mount Garnet BP.
Yeah, but it's quite nice here. And like I said, $15 a night, can't complain.
Yes, and $20 for a powered site. But
$20
the
powered.
Powered sites are pretty booked out.
Yeah, and they're
But
quite
there's only
pokey.
2 of us in the unpowered area.
So winning.
Winning and
But-
beautiful sun, as you
Yeah, as you can
probably
see,
the, sun
the weather,
came out.
so it's going to be a perfect afternoon to go to the falls and maybe a swim, but being up here, the water's going to be like ice.
Freezing.
But we'll have some lunch and then, yeah, we'll go down the falls. Alright, so we've just pulled into the little, oh, I need my hat. Ah, bugger it.
Do you want it? It's sunny.
yeah.
We just get...
So we just pulled into the Little Millstream Falls car park. As for van friendly, it's rough on the way in, a few washouts and that, a bit wishy-washy. But if it's busy here, this is it. So this is the car park and the turnaround just here. So I wouldn't bring your van in just on the off chance that it's busy in here and you're literally not gonna, I can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it.
You're not gonna, oh, sorry about that. Yeah, you might get in here and not be able to get out. So leave your car elsewhere. But it's not what is it, 3k off the road? Like 3k or something in from the highway. And 700 meter return walk. So just coming down, there's like a little right hand turn. What looks like a little lookout. Beautiful. I don't think you can go down anywhere here.
No.
She's freaking out, guys.
It's been a freak out kind of day. Please don't
There's
go
no,
any
because there's
further.
no railings or
Nothing.
anything. But that's beautiful, eh?
Look at that right there, let's all sit in that.
We'll keep going down the path and we'll see how much more trouble we get in, eh? Alright, so we walk down. I'm not going to get in because it's not even appealing. It's sort of really dirty, the water. I don't know if the camera shows it up. But the water's really murky and dirty. It sort of smells a bit.
Hopefully the other one isn't as bad.
I don't know if it smells stagnant or what it is.
It's an unusual smell, isn't
It
it?
can't be stagnant because it's flowing bloody hard. But the falls are beautiful. Alright, so we just pulled up at Big Millstream Falls. It's only like a K off the road, dirt road,
Watch your step up. Yep.
and not too bad at all.
No, it's a little dirt road.
Yeah, so we'll
We could have actually parked down there.
uh-huh.
Never mind.
We'll walk over there.
That's
But-
okay. We're just checking out the picnic area.
Exactly, this is a day use area. Nice little picnic tables and what have you here. But you can hear the waterfall in the distance, so we'll see you down there.
Not like that. Not stupid happy.
That sounds unbelievable. I can't wait to get it on the TV so I can see it. I think this is like a little viewing platform that we're at now. Oh, it's the end of the line. This is it. Definitely no swimming here. I thought I might have gone down to the bottom for. Oh, that'd be awesome swimming. All right. Okay. Don't know. Is it? You can feel the mist.
The mist, I know, the wind. Can you see
Actu-
my hair flapping? My little misty bits of
To
hair
actually get
flapping.
water in the air. That's beautiful. Alright, so we made it back to the top. How'd you go?
Oh, do I look great?
So it's a decent, it's 300, what did you say, Isabel? 340?
340 metres.
It's only 340 metres down, but it's down really quick, so it's really steep on the way back up.
Yeah.
So the first couple of bits zigzag, so it's not too bad, and then the last climb is just pretty steep. So
Pretty steep.
just something to be aware of if you come and do it. Make sure you take notice.
It is easy. It's bitumen the entire
Yeah.
way. It's no trip hazards. It's not.
Just take
difficult
notice
as
on your way
such.
down and make sure you're good to come back up.
Yeah.
But there's no swimming here, unfortunately.
No, you can't go down to the water, so that's a
So-
bit rip-off.
Rip
It's
off.
a bit of a rip-off. Yep, she's geared up, ready for a swim, but
We don't look into anything. So.
Old mum to
No.
search up a pool. I'll pay entry.
Alright, we're going to head off back to the van.
Yep.
Alright, so we're off this morning. We just went for a bit of a morning walk. Tried out the bakery. We didn't bother filming there. The bakery was pretty below average. Emma had the cream donut. She said it wasn't bad, but the pie was sort of only just better than a frozen pie. So, oh well, can't win them all. All packed up. We're going to head to Init Hot Springs this morning and go for a dip. Well, it's going to be mid-morning, but go for a dip there and then head on to tonight's camp, which is, I don't know, gravel pit somewhere, I guess. Depending how long we're at Init Hot Springs, we'll pull into a gravel pit. Just wait for the car to warm up and we'll hook up and get out of here. Alright, so we just pulled up here at Init Hot Springs. It's actually a little township, well not township, but
yeah.
there's a couple of houses. But we just parked out the front because we're not sure what it's like inside, and there's sun out here anyway for solar, so we'll go inside and have a look, see what we can look at, and then I'll go for a dip. Even though it's what, 9:30 in the morning? Still swim time, right? Alright, so just up here, where is it, where am I pointing there?
Yeah, you're playing.
Is the main entrance into the caravan park area. So if you walk straight through anywhere, you come down to the big sandbar here. And you can actually see the steam coming off the water. Oh,
Step down. And then down a little more.
you can feel the heat. This really feels like standing in front of boiling water. Whoa. That's hot. I wouldn't even get in there.
The ground is really, really hot.
Yeah.
Take your shoes off. It's like hot bitumen.
Unreal.
I didn't have to feel it.
Go feel it. Oh.
And you can see the bubbling.
Yeah, like the pool.
Oh, shoot. Oh.
Is it hot?
It's really hot. I don't stick your fingers in there.
Yeah, I had to turn it the hard way.
Oh no, and this is cold.
Hey?
And this bit's cold.
So literally, what did you say, like normal room temperature? Or cold?
Like, no, cooler than room temperature cool.
So literally, what, 6 meters that way?
This is really cool.
And the water's hot.
Mum.
Yeah, with the waterfall, it looks pretty.
It's unreal to think within a few meters the water gets boiling hot.
He was freezing. Right here.
Oh, this is like normal pool water.
put your feet right here. It gets cold.
Yeah.
But it's steaming over there.
You can feel it getting warmer. Still cold. Still cold. Should start getting warm soon. Alright, so up first you've got just the normal swimming pool.
This is the ambient temperature, averaging 20 to 25 degrees.
So it's just your normal chilly pool. But that's where we'll start anyway until them gets cold and then we'll get hotter. Nice little spa there. And then we've got the first of the warm pools.
Waterfall pool, 32 to 34 degrees.
32 to 34. You want to touch it? Go touch it.
Is it your temperature? That's magic.
See, she thinks that's magic and I think, nah. Like I'll probably get in there, but I'm not going to be in there for long. It's like a...
It's lukewarm.
Yeah.
It's not room temperature.
It's hotter than I shower.
It's colder than I shower.
And then what was this one?
This one is the warm pool, 34 to 36.
34 to 30. You can feel the heat off it. Yeah, see, I'm not swimming in that.
No. I was going to dip in every one of them just to say I went in it.
See, that's getting too hot to swim in.
I just do dip in all of them to say I've done it.
Yeah, you got to get in them, yeah. And then in here are the hot pools. They say no kids allowed, but we're not leaving Isabel unattended in a pool ground because that's illegal. Oh, you don't get people. Unfortunately, there's people everywhere in there, so we'll see. We'll be able to film in there better after. We'll have a swim. But so in there, you've got the hot pool. How hot was the hot one?
So the hot pool is 43 to 45. Then the next pool behind it is, let me just double check this, 38 to 40. And then directly beside the hot pool is the
cold plunge pool. Alright, so we're back, all dry, had a rinse off. The two of the pools were too hot for us to even get in.
Yeah, I got about knee deep on the steps and then
it was gross, even the thought of it was gross.
Might be easier to go around
this way.
But
yeah, they've done a great job with the pools and everything.
It's pretty.
Yeah, very pretty.
Very relaxing.
But we'll just head in for one last look and forgot to take some photos, so we'll go and take some pictures, use their loos and then get back on the road. What do you reckon?
Well, the second pool over, the waterfall pool, I personally really liked it.
Perfect temp for him.
Yeah, it's really rare to find a pool that I could sit in all day, and the bubbles just absolutely made it.
Like you said, the pools, they've done a great job of the pools, but that's probably about as far as it goes.
Yeah, like, okay, so we obviously haven't stayed here, but as for, we're about to get run over.
About to get run over.
As for the camp area, it's just grass area, like it's...
A bit overpriced for what their camping is. But the camping gets you into the pool, so you can basically take $10 per person off the price of the camping just for the pool. But we'll go around and use the loos and get back on the road and see you at the next stop. Alright, so we're back, guys. we're back where we like to be, and basically we're in a gravel pit. We've sort of got this whole little corner here to ourselves. There's only like 3 other vans. I'll just pan around and give you a look. I think it's 3. 1 car there. A couple of vans over there. I just got washing on. Just check it. But yeah, so a couple other vans here, but bugger all. So we've pulled up at, what was it, Minamilka? Yeah. Minamilka. It's on the, basically on the junction of the A1 and the Kennedy Highway.
Yeah. Across the road is like more of a truck bay, they call it, where there is long drop toilets or something across the road, but this side is meant
just a big gravel pit.
Meant to be a bit quieter and off the
It's
highway.
Well, the highway is literally
up there.
just the other side of those trees, just there, up on that ridge. The highway goes past, so we're nice and close to the road, where we like to be. But we're going to set up here for the night. We're booked in at Porcupine Gorge, not tomorrow night, the next night, so we've got 1 more night to fill in between here and there. But it's not hot. It's quiet. It's so quiet.
It's actually really nice to be in the middle of nowhere, and it's only what, maybe 25 degrees. Like
yeah,
it's not.
And it's so quiet. It's quiet. Like the road's been quiet. The road's been good. As soon as we left the coast, it's just got quieter and quieter, which is awesome. But we're gonna have some lunch. Might cook up some steaks for dinner. Oh, there goes the car now. See, there's the highway there. And I don't think the car got seen. But anyway, okay. I'll go.
Down in a little valley kind of.
Yeah. I'll go finish doing washing. Em's cooking lunch, and then we'll have a chill for the afternoon. Isabel didn't do school this morning, so she can do school this afternoon. And then I'll get to start the barbie out and have some tea later. Alright, so afternoon's come. Weather's rolled in shit again. But we just wanted to wrap up while we're here. We're not doing Andara lava tubes because they're booked out. They're booked out for like another month.
Just around
Yeah,
the corner,
literally.
like 17 kilometres around the corner.
Yeah, so we actually did ring up like a week ago. About a week ago, and they're booked out for another month.
Till literally the end of June. End of June before we'd be able to get in. So.
We're gonna have to go past that. Cobalt Gorge, they're booked out for another couple of weeks as well. Yeah. So unfortunately, we're just gonna have to drive past all that. We're gonna have to, like everyone knows, we don't like planning stuff. We just wing everything.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna have to do a planned holiday up here next time. Not holiday, but a planned trip. Sit down and pre-book everything that we want to do, all that sort of stuff, so we don't miss out again.
Yeah. So it's another disappointing thing about following the season.
It is the worst part of it, being in the popular areas, is everything is just booked out.
Yeah.
So gonna go cook some dinner and then pack the Jeep up. I actually had a kip in there today. It was quite nice. I had to sleep up there. But yeah, we're gonna have some tea and then we'll get on the road tomorrow and probably go straight through to Porcupine Gorge. So that's probably the next place we'll see us. See you there. Alright, so we've just arrived at the Roadhouse at the Lind Junction. Now, it's only early, so we're obviously not stopping here, but we did read in a lot of the wiki reviews where people were ragging on it, saying it's really below average and you don't get much and it's not nice and all that sort of stuff. I do not understand what people are talking about. You probably can't see much from here. We just walked back, we haven't been over and had a look, and there's green grass everywhere, nice amenities. It's actually like a little oasis in the middle of nowhere. It's really picturesque. They've done a really, really good job. Like, kudos to them for getting, it's like lush green grass, like turf, for most of the property, especially around the camping area and everything, and where you pull up and eat, and like at the Roadhouse and that. They've done a wicked job of it. But I just wanted to tell you, if you're coming through, don't hesitate to stay here. People are really nice, and it's a beautiful spot. Don't always go by your wiki reviews and all that sort of crap. But here she is now. Here's the driver. We're going to get back on the road and head to tonight's camp. We tried to get into Porcupine Gorge for tonight as well, but it's all booked out. So we're just going to find a gravel pit for tonight, and then we're due at Porcupine tomorrow. So we'll see you at Porcupine Gorge. So as you can see, it's not daggy in any way. So it's definitely a nice big open spot, isn't it? But I did just want to show people because, like I said, on Wiki, the reviews definitely don't match what it is here. So they got powered sites and everything as well. But yeah, that's what to show everyone. You just can't go by reviews. Oh, we'll get back on the road. Alright, so we found, I don't know, would you call it a gravel pit? I don't know, just like a pullover area. I think we're going to call this the place home for the night. We basically, I think all the dirt roads are done. We just passed the last lot of roadworks, and the water truck driver really loved to lay the water down. So we've literally got mud everywhere, all up the front of the canopy, all up the van. But it's better than dust, I reckon. But yeah, so we're actually back on the bitumen full time now, or as far as we know. It said our last lot of bitumen was like, according to the HEMA map, it said that there was no more dirt, but then we had like another 20 odd K of dirt after that lot of bitumen, where the map reckoned there was no more dirt. So.
Yeah, so that was a bit...
We're going to assume that there's no more dirt, but there might be. But this is going to be home for the night. The highway is so quiet, it doesn't matter how close you are, but it'll be right. So we might go set up, have some lunch.
Yeah, it's definitely
And
lunchtime.
the sun's out here, as I showed you at the last spot. Even 40k ago was still full cloud, so the sun's out, so time to do some washing and have some lunch. Alright guys, so we are officially here and set up at Porcupine Gorge. Or Porcupine Gorge. We just went for a quick walk before just to sort of check out the lookout and the day use area and where the toilets are and all that. And so far it looks amazing. Em's absolutely in love with it. She's looking forward to the walks. We've got shoes on. So we're going to head off now and do the gorge walk down to the bottom. It's 1.1 each way, so not too bad. And then there's a perimeter walk that goes to another lookout at 1.3 one way, so we'll check that out probably tomorrow or something. We're here for 3 days, so we don't want to get in and get everything done today. But yeah, so as for our site, we're on site 12. We're right next to the toilets, it's just over there. And the walking track for the perimeter walk is just behind us. And the gorge walk is just down from us, so nice site, pretty easy to get into. You wouldn't want to be much bigger than what we are, but like I said, site 12, definitely recommend coming here and having a look. So far, like, we've been here half an hour and I can already say it's going to be awesome. One thing I do want to gripe about is people and their fires. Now, national parks provide a fire pit right there next to the table and chairs. People still feel the need to make their own fire pits. Another one there. There's another one there, and one the other side of the van. I just don't understand people. They just won't put a fire where other people have. So I don't know why. But we're just going to get them all ready to go. Load up a bag with some water, and off we go. Off we go. Alright, I thought I'd just do a little quick bit on the way down. We've only gone probably 300 metres, 200 metres, but I just want to show you the terrain that it sort of is. So it's really rocky.
Yeah, a lot of uneven ground.
Yeah.
And rocks that you've got to navigate as you're
So
going down.
the struggle's real for me at present, but
We'll get there.
there's probably only been 10 metres of like flat dirt. The rest has been
Rocky. We got a little
rocky
bit
like
coming
this.
up, but- Alright.
I'm seeing the sunrise behind me.
This is absolutely amazing.
I don't think the camera's going to do it justice, guys. It is breathtaking.
So out here has beautiful big deep hole to swim.
Yeah.
Here's what I was just going to see if there's rock.
I don't know if the camera
Down
picks it
behind
up,
me.
but the colour is like beautiful deep emerald green.
But I don't want to sit here in the sand, take my shoes off and then try and get shoes back on with wet feet in sand. So we're going to find some rock that we can sit on and set up and go for a swim.
Alright guys, so I chickened out. Way too cold for me because I didn't even bother touching the water. I let Ray go in first, and when Ray says it's cold, I know that it's really cold because he jumps in some pretty cold stuff. So anyway, these two are giving it their best.
It's cold, alright guys. But, you know, when you walk down here, you've got to get in, right? Alright, so we're out of the water. Feet are dried. We've just chilled here on the rocks. Had a bit of a morning tea and a drink of water. And we're just gonna make our way back. So I strongly recommend when you come down, you get to the sign at the very bottom. We turned right and came up to the base of the pyramid, obviously. You can go left. We're thinking about coming down on Friday.
Not tomorrow.
Next day.
Tomorrow
we might do the perimeter walk, and then next day we might come back down and go left at the sign and see what's down that way. But it's pretty much the creek the whole way, so you basically got a pick of any swimming spot. Even if it's busy, I think it wouldn't feel busy.
Alright, because yeah, it literally from here to back there, as far as your eye can see, it's swimmable.
Yeah,
it's just really deep down this end and shallower up that end near
where we come out.
Where you come out.
It could get deeper
it's
down
shallow.
further. That's what we'll find out. Getting all the sand out. But we're going to make our way back to the top because by the time we get up there, it's going to be lunchtime.
Yep, it's nearly
lunchtime now.
o'clock.
So we're going to take on the hard part of the walk now and go all the way back up. So we'll see you up there. So on our walk back, we've just followed the creek around, and there's some awesome swimming spots. So all this little bit here, the water's pretty calm. Like, there's a little bit of a current there, but it looks really deep, probably 2.5 meters deep. Nice little jumping platform here.
It's pretty deep.
But definitely you want to have, you know, these sort of places, just go for a good walk around, have a real good look. I'm spotting big fish. How big you reckon?
Like this big and like that wide.
And they silver.
Silver when the sun hits them.
So if you reckon you might know what they are.
I almost want to say like a brim. I think you're right. They look like a brim, but I'm a bit concerned they're a bit too long.
Yeah.
Like from where the wide bit is down to the thin part at the tail, from the fins to the tail. I'm concerned that's a bit too long.
But heaps of them anyhow.
Heaps of them.
But yeah, so there's swimming. But the whole way along this is awesome swimming holes. Alright, so as you can see, we made it back to the top. Pretty well uneventless. I did have one gutser, bit of bark off my shin and wrist and forearm and hip, but
can I
if the mic isn't working, then this section will be a voiceover because the camera took one hell of a hiding.
Let's just say it was self-inflicted. I literally said, be careful, because some person decided it would be great to run.
But to me, the stairs look really even and spaced out perfectly, but nah.
No, we're not dropping anyone in.
But yeah, the stairs definitely weren't even. It was like the first step, I just went down like a ton of brick.
Yep, the camera went flying and it was literally as the words, be careful, came out of my mouth.
So I'm going to feel a bit sore and sorry for myself now, and tomorrow I think the bruising's going to be worse.
But that's all that happened. Up or down. Oh, you buggered your foot just a minute ago.
Yeah, but busted shin, hip, not too bad. Right. So we're just on our way back to the campsite. We got one more stop after this one at Ebony and Ivory tree, which is pretty. We saw it on the way out, so we'll do a bit of footage on the way back.
Sorry if it's about to get loud. There's
it's about to get loud. We've got a truck coming. But we're at the gravesite of Bill Crossley. He died down here in, what's the creek?
White Cliff Creek. Creek.
Whitecliff Creek in 1888. He was bitten by a scorpion, and the doctors wouldn't attend until they had received a prepayment. So by the time his offsider had gone to town and raised enough money to get the doctor to come out,
bring the doctor back, yeah.
He'd already died. But just a sec, we got a truck.
Isabel in the background.
But yeah, so he'd already died. So he's buried just over, it's like 100 metres off the road. There's a track that goes in.
Yeah, so just know you can pull
can
over,
turn.
and there's
It doesn't look
enough
like
to
many
turn
people
around.
go in there, but the track is still sort of known,
It's
and
still visible, and
you can
when
turn around in
you
there.
get to a certain point, you can see the little brown
Sign.
plaque and the fence.
But his
and
family found out about it all and found the gravesite in 1988 and erected a gravestone and a headstone and all that sort of stuff. So
yeah,
just a bit of history, and it's something pretty cool. It was considering a couple of K down the road from where we were, so the way we do it is we don't drive past something, we always check it out. So
even something as simple as that. It's literally at the top of this hill. You go up around the bend. Was it maybe a kilometre or two? Is the turn off to the campground?
Yeah,
so
it's
it's
only just
literally.
But we're going to look at
Literally
these
right
trees on the way back to the campground.
Yeah.
So this is literally on the road into the campground, and they call it, actually before we go into this, I'll just bring up the gravesite we're just at. He was a teamster. We forgot to add that in. It said it, so I know it was important, but it said it on his headstone. So, but yeah, so this is on the road into the actual campground. There's heaps of dead trees around it, but it's about 2k
1
in.
and 2 kilometres in.
So they call it the Ebony and Ivory tree. You can obviously see why.
There's rocks there.
But it's pretty cool. They're getting all intertwined and literally growing right next to each other. It's pretty awesome. Oh, tree. Sorry about that. I read it. Rocks, bloody hell. Running into everything here, guys.
Yeah, kick Matt on the rock.
But it looks pretty cool, eh? Just thought it's literally on the way, so we might as well stop and look at this stuff before I drive past it, you know. Grandparent photo.
When she stops falling off the rock.
Yeah. But we're gonna head back and get ready and might chuck some snacks in a bag again and head off on this other hike. Oh, it's not really a hike, it's only I think 2.6k. Goes around the top of the gorge to another gorge lookout, so might as well do them. You know, when you're at these places, you've got to take up every opportunity you can to experience it. So, and slowly. All right, so we've finished the little walk, and I reckon this is a better view, or from what I can see. What you reckon is better?
Possibly yes, because you're looking like down the entire gorge to the pyramid. Like
Yeah, straight down there.
it's a completely different view to what the others offer. Completely different view.
But considering it's only what 1.3k,
Ks.
and it's an easy walk, so it's definitely worth doing.
And if you're someone like me, there's plenty of birds and different unusual plants, or
Trees and
maybe
plants.
Weeds. Yeah, they got flowers and stuff on them. They're really pretty. There's lots to look at.
We're gonna chill out here, have a drink, have some morning tea.
Yep.
Admire the view for a bit, and then head off.
I've got a front row seat.
Alright, so we just come out for one last drive. Em found yesterday on our drive to the lookout, there was a sign on the road saying point of interest.
300 metres ahead, but there was
no info, so
further signage.
where'd you find it on Wiki?
It was actually on Wiki. If you
Had a
follow
look.
the road down,
They call it Whistling Well.
Whistling Boar.
Whistling Boar, sorry. So what was it? You can say what it was.
Oh, sure. So it depends on atmospheric pressure. A distinct whistle can be heard through the hole in the cap sealing the bore. The bore was originally put down as a stock root watering facility, but abandoned when at 500 feet deep, water still did not rise. On most days, a humming sound can be heard. Why it whistles is a mystery, but one reason that they've offered is a cave-in somewhere in the shaft. So obviously it's caved in, and it's creating a wind tunnel.
Because literally, what would it be? Probably a kilometre that way is the Porcupine Gorge. So we're pretty close to it. So it could even be a crevice into that causing wind. God knows. I don't know if the camera picks it up. We'll see. But I think it basically just does that all day, all night.
Yeah. But if you do read the wiki things, sometimes I think it might be louder on some days than...
Yeah, it says depending on atmospheric pressure, how loud it is.
So obviously maybe the hotter, more humid day, the louder she might whistle. Whereas it's quite chilly today.
But we just did the gorge walk again, so we've done it twice while we're here. But it's our last day, so we'll go back and start packing up and head off tomorrow. But this will wrap up our Porcupine visit, and then we'll head on to Huonnin. What do you reckon of it? Worth it?
The gorge?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I reckon it was unreal. The walk was, for me, like it was friggin' hard. It was probably one of the hardest walks I've ever done visually. Like I think.
There's a lot of shadows though.
Stamina wise, like it's not a hard walk, but just visually wise, it was.
Even I managed it, and I'm relatively unfair.
Yeah, and visually wise, it was like I said, it was probably one of the hardest walks I've ever done. It was friggin' hard.
Loads of shadows, and I guess from your perspective as well, a lot of the rocks and the red of the ground, all
the same. All the rocks are the same colour. I couldn't actually decipher that sort of stuff, but no, definitely worth it. Even if you're passing along the Barclay. It's only 60k out of Huon, and definitely come out and have a look and go for a walk down, go for a swim, all that sort of stuff.
I think it's classed as the Flinders till you get to
okay, the Flinders, Barclay, whatever you want to call it. But definitely worth coming out and have a look.
For sure, and do the walk.
Yeah, do the walk. It's
and I recommend maybe doing it when it's not winter, so you can actually
the water's bloody cold
enjoy
down
the
there.
Pools. Like it's beautiful down there. Would be nice to be able to have a picnic down
You only
there.
got half in. You didn't even get all the way in.
I dipped my toes in, and that was it. I was way too cold.
But we'll go back, have a chill, start packing up.
I walked through to get to the actual rock.
Oh,
yeah, she crossed the creek through the shallows today to get to the actual touch the pyramid.
We should have taken a photo, but we were just standing there watching.
Yeah. We'll go back, pack up, and we'll see yous in Huonnin. Alright guys, so we just rocked up here in Huonnin.
Yep.
We've just set up at the free camp here at the Showgrounds car park.
Yeah, I think that's what you call it.
Yeah, but it's lunchtime and we're going to lunch, but yous aren't going to see that until the next video. So don't forget to like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, do all that good stuff, and we'll see yous next time in Huonnin.